If the only way you can play triplets is by just doing a couple alternating accents, it's not going to sound like jazz. It's going to feel like you're getting into a marching band exercise. That's why today I'm going to show you 3 Philly Joe Jones triplet stickings that he used to play really creative solos. He work them into your playing today and sound more authentic. So the 3 ideas we're going to check out today, they all come from Philly Joe Jones' solo on Asiatic Raes with Sonny Rollins. It's from his album called Newk's Time. Let's go and check it out. It has a perfect example of a bunch of cool Philly Joe Jones triplet sticking. Okay, so this first phrase really has 2 little units in here, okay? We have this first chunk, which I call pugada. That's just a right, left, left sticking. Okay, he plays 2 of those. And then he plays this interesting 3-beat grouping that goes like this. Right? He does it a couple times in a row, you know? Okay? And this sticking, this is like a classic Philly Joe one. You see this all the time in his solos. It goes like this. You start with alternating, and then there's a double left, right? That double left gets it so that you play the and on your right hand the next time. So, all right? And then that last beat, you just alternate. So, okay. So what's really neat about this is it gives you something that we call right hand lead. So right hand lead is where you basically play like a melody with your right hand, and then you just fill in whatever stickings and whatever low notes you have to with your left to make it so that all the accents are in your right hand, okay? So right hand lead, you know, you see this kind of playing. Right? You can see that I'm just moving my right hand around and filling in whatever I have to with the rest. That's what right hand lead is, okay? But Philly, he has this right hand lead pattern, goes over 3 beats like this, and then he just plays it 3 times in a row. He goes. All right, that's the first phrase. Let's go ahead and check out the next one. Okay, so this next one continues the pattern of the right hand lead, but just with a different accent pattern, okay? So this first bar, right? Again, keep all the accents on the right hand and just fill in the rest with whatever you need to. So it would be this, right? And then you just continue that pattern twice. And the rest of it is a mix of different 6-stroke roll phrases, okay? So you have this, and then there's a couple what we call rub-a-dubs, which is right, right, left, okay? And that's kind of mixing something that I talked about in my Alan Dawson video, where you have the 6-stroke roll, you have the pugada, right, left, left, and the rub-a-dub, right, right, left, and you can mix all those together pretty freely. Okay? But I really want to focus on this first sticking where you have pugada and then like a paradiddle-diddle sticking. That sticking right there is just a paradiddle sticking with accented right hands, okay? So that's a really useful phrase, is that paradiddle, right? Right? A lot of us are really comfortable with those. It flows really, really nicely if you can get it down. Now, in a second, I'm going to show you how to tie all these ideas together so that you can just flow with a bunch of triplets just like Philly. But let's go ahead and check out the last idea before we jump into that. So this next idea, I love it because it just flows so nicely, okay? At the beginning, we've got some singles. We've got, right? After that, we've got a 6-stroke roll, okay? And then after that, it goes into this 4/3 thing. You can hear it. Right? That is really cool. It's da, da, it's kind of a 4/3. The way you get it is you do that 6-stroke roll, and then I'm doing another pugada right there, but it's all low. Just going for the 3rd beat, going, all right? So 6-stroke roll, pugada. Okay? What's nice about that is it feels very open because it has all those double strokes in it and it's alternating accents. It just feels so nice and flowy to play. Now, a big important part of playing this like Philly is keeping the accents really low. Philly was a master rudimental drummer. He's famously like carried around the Wilcoxon book all the time. And if you watch any videos of him, you'll see him keeping his taps really low and the accents are really clear. And that's what makes really, really good jazz music. So just a quick note on this. I know I'm making a YouTube video right now. You shouldn't get all your licks from YouTube videos. The reason I'm making this is because I want to inspire you to go listen to Philly Joe Jones yourself and get your ideas straight from him, or get them from Max Roach or Tony Lynch. This is how all jazz musicians learn music, okay? So this is setting you up so that you can go do it yourself, the ways to think so that you can steal ideas from your favorite players. And if you're listening to Philly Joe Jones or Max Roach right now and you listen to it and you can't hear all the subtlety, you don't know exactly what they're playing, you don't know how to figure out those stickings, that's exactly what I work on with my students, okay? We work on how to transcribe your favorite drummers, be creative with the ideas that you get them, and make them your own, and then how to put them in context, how to play them in trading fours, in full chorus solos, how to learn tunes, so that ultimately you can go to jam sessions, you can play with people, and hopefully get some gigs if you do really, really well. So if you're interested in becoming one of my students for the mentorship program, click the link in the description. You can watch a short video about how it all works, and then you can book a time to meet with me. That way we can see if it's a good fit. Okay, let's talk about how to put these ideas together in longer strings in a way that they make sense and really, really flow, okay? So the way I like to think of this is having each of those ideas be little like building blocks or little Legos, but you have to practice transitioning between them, okay? So I like to use like a song form for this, like something like AABA, okay? So imagine my A phrase is gonna be that first Philly Joe Jones idea that we learned, this one, right? So if I play AA, it would sound like this. Okay, now I'm going to make my B phrase that paradiddle-diddle phrase. Okay, so it sounds like this. Now if I go A, A, B, A, then it would sound like this. All right, there you go. That's how you get those longer strings of triplet ideas. Let's say I do a different form. Let's say I do A, A, B, B. Okay, so all right, let's do another one. Let's do A, B, A, B. But for the B, this time I'm going to use my 6-stroke roll pugada thing, this thing. So, okay, so A, B, A, B. Let's do it. All right, the ideas become really fun if you start moving around the toms. So if you take the time to get each idea really comfortable with good accents and a good touch, and then put them together in these different forms, you should be playing really flowing, authentic triplet ideas, just like Philly Joe Jones. If you found this video interesting, you're probably gonna like one of my last videos on how Alan Dawson put together different triplet stickings. You can click here to watch that. And in the meantime, subscribe because I'm making way more of these jazz drummer breakdowns. We'll see you soon.